As an Amazon associate, we earn from qualifying purchases. This podcast is supported by its listeners. If you choose to purchase something using links on our website, we may earn a commission. No books were warped, dog-eared, underlined with purple pen, eaten, cursed, cancelled, burned, or otherwise harmed in the making of this podcast. I'm Tom Tolkien, and this is the School Reading List, a podcast that recommends books you'll want your children to read and books you'll wish you'd read as a child. To kick off episode 21 of the School Reading List podcast, let's rip open some book post. And first up from Nosy Crow is this wonderful fantasy quest adventure, Dungeon Runners Hero Trial by Kieran Larwood and Joe Todd Stanton. Intrepid 7+-year-olds will relish this exhilarating journey into the world of dungeon runners with Kit, a determined part gnome, part dwarf, Gnorf, with big dreams and a big heart. With his friends Sandy and Thorn, Kit navigates mazes, puzzles and monsters in the compelling Dungeon Running League. Larwood's fun-filled storytelling, paired with Todd Stanton's vibrant illustrations, brings this action-packed friendship-themed adventure to life. It's an irresistible read for children in Key Stage 2. And from What on Earth Books, Galápagos Islands by Karen Romano Young, illustrated by Amy Grimes. Explore the wonders of the Galápagos Islands in this stunning hardback illustrated non-fiction book by Karen Romano Young and Amy Grimes. Home to unique wildlife and active volcanoes, this pristine archipelago is brought to life through Young's first-hand observations and interviews with locals and scientists. 10+-year-old readers will learn about the delicate balance between humans and nature and the importance of conservation efforts. With biographical detail, first-person and third-person narrative non-fiction, ecological explanation texts and persuasive arguments, Galápagos Islands from What on Earth Books is an ideal non-fiction text for the Year 6 literacy lessons. Highly recommended. And this is a cracking picture book from Little Tiger, You Got This by Rachael Davis, illustrated by Leah Martin. You Got This is an exuberant picture book for 3 to 6-year-olds that will encourage self-esteem, empathy, positive thinking and resilience. Featuring the Cheer Squad's uplifting rhymes, it will encourage children to become their own biggest cheerleaders. The interactive elements include flaps and pull-out pages. We think this will be a popular title in EYFS and Key Stage 1 classrooms. And from Walker Books, Natterjack Toad Can't Believe It by Sean Taylor. Whenever Natterjack Toad tries to eat his cookies, someone always interrupts. A heron, a vole and a weasel all stop him mid-bite. But is it the chocolate they want a bite of or something else? The patient read-aloud build-up, inference problem-solving and engaging illustrations make this a fun book to read aloud and share. The Big Day is a vibrant celebration of love and inclusivity, following a tiny human attending a magical wedding of giant grooms, witches, elves and unicorns. 3 to 6-year-olds can lift flaps to reveal exquisite details. Ideal for fans of Grandad's Camper and Julian is a mermaid, The Big Day stresses that love is universal. Highly recommended. Bertha and Blink, Rumble in the Jungle by Nicola Colton. Intrepid inventor Bertha and her robo-bird companion Blink investigate mysterious noises in the jungle in this STEM-themed adventure for 5 to 8-year-olds. Blending friendship, science and nature, Rumble in the Jungle is an accessible text that newly independent readers will enjoy. Bertha's creative problem-solving and Blink's addictive curiosity make this series ideal for children interested in STEM and the natural world. And from Faber Children's, How to Be a Genius Kid by Jim Smith. This super accessible and super funny guide to getting super brainy is bound to be a hit with children in years 2 to 4. Through a laugh-out-loud graphic novel format, children will pick up fascinating facts, including answers to questions like why bad spelling is a sign of intelligence, what the hours in the day have to do with finger bones, and why rain on a pavement smells nice. It's perfect for less confident readers who need stimulating reading material. Also included are Waldo Pancake's drawing tips, highly recommended for Key Stage 1 and Lower Key Stage 2 classroom libraries. The Last Dragon by Polly Ho Yen. When Yara discovers the last dragon egg, she soon realizes she's become its protector. Exploring themes of responsibility, bravery, self-belief, and conservation, this compelling story set in a lightly parallel world is highly convincing. Perfect for 7+-year-olds who enjoy strong female characters who fight for justice, this illustrated story is ideal for independent readers in Low Key Stage 2 or for using as a group text with less confident readers in Upper Key Stage 2. Highly recommended. Nora and the Map of Mayhem by Joseph Elliott. Siblings Atticus and Autumn are staying with their strange great-grandmother Nora in this thrilling and funny adventure from Joseph Elliott. Expecting a quiet weekend, they instead face sea monsters, electro-squibs and a flappy goose after a mysterious stranger pins a nasty note to the front door. 8 to 12-year-olds will enjoy the fast-paced fun, rollercoaster excitement and larger-than-life characters. Sar Wylda and the Legendary Goldbreaker by Jake R. Wilson. 12-year-old Sar Wylda dreams of becoming a dino beast racer in the fascinating prehistoric realm of Pangeum. But since she lost her sight, she's been stuck on her family's farm. Will she find a way to realise her dream against all the odds? This unique middle-grade adventure blends a page-turning plot with historical insight, strong relatable characters, and themes of perseverance and determination. It's a winning formula. Kofi and the Secret Radio Station from Jeffrey Boakye. And this one's from Faber Children's. Key Stage 2 children will enjoy this fast-paced, humorous, character-driven, music-filled sequel. When Kofi discovers a hidden radio station, he and his friends start working on a dream radio show for Clipper FM. But when the station disappears and Kofi's friend is accused of stealing, it's up to Kofi to unravel the mystery. It's warm-hearted Delbert Wilkins reminiscent fun for 2020's 9 to 12-year-olds. We Have Everything We Need to Start Again by Koleka Putuma. Late childhood to adulthood is brilliantly captured through 50 scintillating poems by Koleka Putuma. Mental health, sexuality, body image, family, social media, and finding a place in the world are explored in this empowering and memorable collection. Accessible and contemporary, Putuma's words will resonate with 12+-year-olds in Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4. With an eye-catching flapped paperback cover by Adriana Bellet, We Have Everything We Need to Start Again will demand attention in the school library. Thank you to all the publishers and publicists for sending us books to review here on this podcast and on our website schoolreadinglist.co.uk. Here's our rundown of great new children's books hitting the shelves this July. The Dog Who Danced on the Moon by John Boyne. Delta and the Lost City by Anna Fargher. The Whisperling Twins by Hayley Hoskins. The Love Dare by Abiola Bello. The Seal on the Beach by Mara Bergman. Back of the Net by Eve Ainsworth. Life-Size Ocean Animals by Sophie Henn. 3 Cheers for the River School by Sabine Adiyinka. The Boy and the Octopus by Carol Lewis. Wiggles Bottom Primary, The Pirate Cat by Pamela Butchart. Secret Factopia by Paige Towler. Myths of China by Xiaobing Wang. The Others by Sarah Merritt. The Virtue Season by L.M. Nathan. The Boy Who Painted the World by Tom McLaughlin. The Darkness Within Us by Tricia Liebenseller. Break to You by Neil Schusterman. Hike It by Iron Taz. Fallout by Leslie Parr. The Wild Life of Dinosaurs and Other Prehistoric Animals by Mike Barfield. Warriors graphic novel by Erin Hunter. The Dinosaur That Pooped a Superhero by Tom Fletcher. Beer's Bad Day by Tom Percival. Roman Boy by Tony Bradman. The Fun We Had by Charissa Coulthard. A Wild Walk to School by Rebecca Cobb. Chemistry for Beginners by Kirsty Pickersgill. Taylor Blake is a Legend by Laura Jane Williams. Little Guides to Nature by Nina Chakrabarti. It Came from the Trees by Ali Russell. In Time by Marina Ruiz. And our picture book of the month is Move, Mr. Mountain by Francesca Sanna. Our non-fiction book of the month is Life-Size Ocean Animals by Sophie Henn. And our fiction book of the month is The Virtue Season by L.M. Nathan. Bookity book, let's get reading. If you're a teacher, librarian or avid bookworm who loves children's or YA books and you'd like to review brand new titles for the school reading list, get in touch by email. We'd love to hear from you. The address is reviews@schoolreadinglist.co.uk. And one of the new lists on our website this month is politics books for children and teens. And this list contains 70 plus titles to inform, inspire and provoke children and teens interested in politics in the UK and worldwide. There's a range of non-fiction, fiction, biographies, allegories, historical perspectives, diaries and thought-provoking picture books suitable for classrooms, school libraries, independent reading and teaching in primary and secondary schools. This list features books by Michael Rosen, Alistair Campbell, Kamala Harris, Amanda Lee, Tim Marshall, George Orwell, Axie O and many more. Robin Hood, Ballots, Blasts and Betrayal by Robert Muchamore. In this latest instalment by Robert Muchamore, teen rebel Robin Hood faces off against corrupt forces bent on rigging an election in a battle to secure political justice. With high-profile elections around the world due in 2024, this is a great book to facilitate discussion. 10-plus-year-old readers will love the accessible plot, fast action, and gripping dialogue. People Power by Rebecca June and Zemo Abadia. Highlighting 13 pivotal instances of peaceful protest in the past 100 years, this accessible and boldly illustrated non-fiction history book is perfect for upper Key Stage 2 classrooms and libraries. Including the Montgomery bus boycott, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and Fridays for Future, children will appreciate and empathise with the issues and non-violent approaches. Uplifting and inspiring, each page is filled with hope and positivity. Highly recommended and ideal for individual projects and home learning. A Cure Ever After by Angharad Walker. In this thrilling journey through an alternate London where emotions can make people ill, Kit and Oz race to save the city after a catastrophic incident. Ideal for Key Stage 3 readers, the narrative skillfully weaves money-soaked politics with mysterious supernatural elements. In the same universe as Once Upon a Fever, this novel forces readers to consider the consequences of feelings as well as actions in a convincing fantasy world. Highly recommended. Fighting in a World on Fire by Andreas Malm. Explaining the history, context and developments of climate change, this provocative and insightful book invites students to consider what actions might be effective to safeguard the future of the planet. Exploring the philosophy and practice of protest and radical action, this book will spark debate. Including a raft of writing prompts and discussion questions, Fight in a World on Fire is perfect for secondary school book clubs and is a useful primer for teens interested in climate justice, activism, and environmental politics. Art of Protest: What a Revolution Looks Like by De Nichols. Explore the visual language of protests, examining colour, symbolism, typography, and more. With chapters on the rainbow flag, young climate activists, and the students of Parkland, young people will be exposed to art in history and art in real life. With tips and activities to create your own protest art, guided by activist D. Nichols, and illustrated by talented young artists, this book is practical, inspiring, and empowering. This award-winning book is highly recommended. Rise Up and Sing: Power, Protest and Activism in Music by Andrea Warner and Louise Reamer. This empowering and inspirational book takes a deep dive into musical expression as a force for protest. Chapters on gender equality, the anti-war movement, liberty and climate justice show us that artists such as Tracy Chapman, Lizzo and Bob Dylan really can change the world and effect positive change for disability rights, civil rights, gender equality, world peace and more. A valuable resource for Key Stage 3 libraries. Protest: How People Have Come Together to Change the World by Alice and Emily Howarth Booth. This thorough history and exploration of the culture and practice of protest spans rebellions in the ancient world, medieval resistance, class struggles, civil rights, modern social media people power, grassroots movements, issue-based campaigns, and individuals who've helped inspire others to change the world. The refreshingly unbiased and cool factual approach will allow Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4 students to be informed and in a position to formulate their own rational opinions. Highly recommended for secondary school libraries. ASAP by Axie O. In this companion novel to XOXO, Sorry, a K-pop hopeful is caught between her mother's expectations and her father's political dreams, and she faces pressure to maintain a squeaky clean public image. So when she offers her scandal-hit boyfriend refuge, Sorry must decide if a second chance at love is worth sacrificing her future for. Exploring parental expectations and dreams of fame through the lens of a swoon-worthy second-chance love story, this young adult romance is perfect for teen fans of K-pop culture. Here's a selection of exciting new book tasters sent to us by new and self-published children's authors this month.
Hi, my name is Gina Kulemans, and I would like to introduce you to my newly released children's book called Luna and Helio the Eclipse. It is aimed at 3 to 7-year-olds and is the fictional tale of Luna the moon and Helio the sun and how they create an eclipse by accident. It is a story of friendship and helping each other to do the right thing even when it isn't easy. One day Luna has to stop Helio making a very big mistake with the help of Earth and the other planets in our solar system. The story is educational but doesn't overload young minds with 1,000 facts. It is the first in a series of Luna and Helio books, and I really hope you enjoy the story. It is available to buy on Amazon, Waterstones, W.H. Smith Foyles and Austin Macaulay Publishers. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Katie Chisenga Phillips. I'm a mum to a 1-year-old, a junior doctor, and an author of a children's picture book that I cannot wait to tell you about. This book is called I Can Be an Astronaut, and it's about a little girl who dreams of being an astronaut and succeeds despite the fact that not many people look like her. This book is beautifully illustrated, and it's so important as it promotes diversity, inclusion, and representation. This is particularly important for me because as a junior doctor who is a black female, there weren't many people around who looked like me when I was studying medicine at the University of Cambridge, so I really wanted my daughter and other children who look like me to have a book like this, to know that not even the sky is the limit. I really hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you think about getting a copy for yourself or your loved ones. You can find it on Amazon.
Have you heard how dangerous it was for an old woman to swallow a fly? If you think she could die from that, wait until you read There Was an Old Woman Who Followed a Spy. In a twist to the much-loved rhyme of a lady who has had enough to eat, Tommy from Ottawa and his daughter Tabitha bring you a new adventure. Tommy's the 7th of a dozen children, and then, just for fun, collected his own dozen children. When it comes to storytelling, he has had to tell them all, just to survive. If you choose to accept this mission, you'll find the children's picture book, There Was an Old Woman Who Followed a Spy, on Amazon.com, being released on November 24th, Black Friday. There Was an Old Woman Who Followed a Spy. It might be the beginning of a new series where old women of legends become sleuths in private eyes. You'll have to read it and decide. But then again, perhaps she'll die.
Hi, my name's Alex Brooks, and I am the author of Insects, Bugs and Rock and Roll and Why Oh Why Am I a Crocodile, both illustrated by the very talented Hannah Wesley. I'm going to be talking to you today about Why Oh Why Am I a Crocodile, which was our first book and shortlisted for the Spark Book Awards. Why Oh Why Am I a Crocodile is a beautiful rhyming story with vibrant illustrations, and it's about a crocodile who struggles with low self-esteem. As she walks along admiring beautiful creatures, she has just one question. Why, oh why, am I a crocodile? It's only when she meets a blind monkey who introduces her to some newfound friends, she soon realises things aren't always as they first appear. Why, oh why, am I a crocodile is available via main online booksellers and my website, www.alexbrooksauthor.com. Thank you.
If you'd like to get in touch and leave a recorded shout-out about your upcoming self-published children's book, have a look at our podcast webpage for more details. Who should you vote for in 2024 if you're concerned about children's literacy and reading? That's your big decision for the 4th of July. We've read through the Conservative, Labour, Liberal Democrat and Reform UK manifestos, and we've tried to filter the concrete pledges from the vacuous spin and pick out specific promises that impact on literacy, reading and English teaching. Here's what we found. What will get you cheering loudly? What will make you cringe or despair? First up, the Conservative Party. English and maths will be taught up to 18. Ban mobile phones. Require schools to ban mobile phones during the school day. Parental visibility. Ensure parents can see what their children are being taught in all subjects, especially on sensitive matters like sex education. Schools must share all materials. Reading achievement. Highlight success in making English children the best readers in the Western world. High standards. Maintain and build on the progress in education standards, with 90% of schools rated good or outstanding. Teacher support. Increase starting salaries to £30,000, reduce teacher workload and offer bonuses to new teachers in priority areas. Phonics Programme. Continue to support teachers with the world-leading phonics programme in primary schools. Enhanced curriculum. Support children in mastering basics before secondary school and ensure a broad and enriched curriculum. Improving attendance. Work to improve school attendance and create a register of children not in school. Special education. Deliver more school places and new free schools for children with special educational needs. The Labour Party. Recruitment of teachers. Recruit 6,500 new teachers in key subjects. Early education and childcare. Open 3,000 new nurseries and review the parental leave system. Reading and writing focus. Promote phonics to improve reading and writing abilities. Curriculum and assessment. Launch a review of curriculum and assessment to ensure a broad foundation in reading, writing and maths. This expert-led review of curriculum and assessment will work with school staff, parents and employers. Support children to study a creative or vocational subject until they're 16. Support for children. Fund evidence-based early language interventions in primary schools to develop communication skills. Teacher development. Introduce a new teacher training entitlement for continuous professional development. School leadership. Create a new Excellence in Leadership programme and enhance the inspection regime. Breakfast clubs. Fund free breakfast clubs in every primary school to support learning and attendance. Mental health. Provide access to mental health professionals in every school. Liberal Democrats. Teacher recruitment and retention. Create a strategy to ensure every secondary school child is taught by a specialist teacher in their subject. Curriculum reform. Establish a commission to broaden the curriculum and update qualifications. including ensuring children learn core skills such as critical thinking, verbal reasoning, and creativity. Vocational education. Improve the quality of vocational education and strengthen career advice. Arts in the curriculum. Include art subjects in the English Baccalaureate and monitor the curriculum to ensure a rich education. Extracurricular activities. Expand extracurricular activities to include drama and debating, starting with free entitlement for disadvantaged children. Parental engagement. Implement a new strategy for parental engagement, including regular surveys and accessible information on what children are learning. Tackling absence. Set up a register of children not in school and address barriers to attendance. Special educational needs. Increase funding for local authorities to support children with high needs and create a national body for SEND. Extracurricular activities and breakfast clubs. Provide free breakfast clubs in every primary school to improve behaviour, attendance and learning. Reform UK. Ban transgender ideology. Prohibit discussions on gender identity in schools. Ban critical race theory. Prohibit teaching critical race theory in schools. Tax relief for independent education. Offer tax relief on independent school fees to ease pressure on state schools. Student loans. Scrap interest on student loans and extend repayment periods. Free speech in universities. Cut funding to universities that undermine free speech. Disruptive students. Implement permanent exclusions for violent and disruptive students and double the number of pupil referral units. Technical courses. Increase the availability of technical courses and apprenticeships. Life skills classes. Introduce life skills classes in school, including home economics and social media risk, and ban smartphones for those under 16. If you'd like to get in touch, use the hashtag SRLpodcast on Twitter or drop us a line using the contact form or messaging button on our website schoolreadinglist.co.uk. And all the books lived happily ever after. The end.